In the heart of the winter wilderness, a young wolf was embarking on a journey that would change not only his life, but the fate of his pack. Every story has its beginnings, and our young wolf's tale begins in the icy grasp of winter. Born to a world of biting cold and relentless snow, he was just another cub in the pack, small and seemingly insignificant. But within him, a fire was kindling, a fire that one day would roar into a beacon of hope and leadership for his pack. In the early days, life was a constant struggle. Food was scarce and the harsh winter wind showed no mercy. Every day was a fight for survival. Just like the biblical David facing Goliath, our young wolf was up against monumental odds. But he did not falter. He did not give in. Instead, he fought. He learned. He grew. He learned the harsh lessons of the wilderness, the brutal truth of survival of the fittest. He learned that strength was not just about physical prowess, but about courage, resilience, and spirit. His spirit was like a flame that refused to be extinguished, growing brighter with each passing day. Through every trial, every challenge, he held on to a belief that he was meant for more than just survival. He was meant to lead, to guide, to protect. He was meant to be a beacon of hope for his pack, a symbol of strength and courage, yet he was unaware of the greatness that lay within him. He was just a young wolf, doing what he could to survive, to thrive. He didn't see the leader he was becoming. He didn't see the fire that was kindling within him. All he saw was the snow, the ice, the wilderness. All he saw was the challenge in front of him, and he met it head on, with all the courage and resilience he could muster. As the snow fell heavier, the young wolf pressed on, unaware of the destiny that awaited him. Our young wolf, like Joseph in the pit, found himself in a dire situation. His world was suddenly plunged into a relentless winter, an icy grip that threatened to snuff out the embers of his young life. The once plentiful forest was now a barren landscape, devoid of prey, the ground a hard and unforgiving ice sheet. Like the prodigal son, the wolf could have returned to the safety of his old pack, to the comfort of familiarity, but he knew, deep in his heart, that he was meant for more. So he decided to stay. He chose to face the winter, to endure, to survive. This was his Goliath, his Red Sea. The harsh winter was a formidable foe, a giant that seemed impossible to defeat. Every day was a struggle, every night a test of his will, but our wolf was not deterred. He braved the biting cold, he hunted in the heartless snow. His strength was dwindling, yes, but his spirit was unbroken. Like David, he faced his Goliath not with fear, but with faith. He faced the winter not as a victim, but as a warrior. Every breath he took was a defiance, every step a victory. The winter roared, but our wolf roared louder. He was a fighter, a survivor, a beacon of resilience in the face of adversity. And then, one day, the winter retreated. The ice thawed, the snow melted, and life returned to the forest. Our wolf, thin and worn, stood victorious. He had faced the winter and emerged on the other side, not as a mere survivor, but as a conqueror. The wolf emerged from the trial, not broken but stronger. He was beginning to understand that every struggle was a stepping stone towards his destiny. His spirit was honed by the winter, his resolve hardened by the cold. He was no longer a young wolf. He was a leader in the making, a wolf destined for greatness. As seasons changed, so did our wolf. He was no longer the young, unsure creature. He had transformed, much like Saul on the road to Damascus. Through the biting frost of winter and the scorching heat of summer, the wolf learned and grew. He was no longer the timid cub, but a sturdy, robust creature, a beacon of strength and resilience. His trials had not defeated him. Instead, they had sculpted him, honed him into a leader. Just as gold is refined in the fire, so was our wolf, shaped by his adversities. Each hardship was a lesson, each setback an opportunity for growth. The once solitary wolf had learned the value of unity, the strength of pack. His journey wasn't solely about survival anymore. It was about thriving, leading, guiding. This transformation wasn't overnight, nor was it easy. It required perseverance, courage, and a will that refused to succumb. His transformation was a testament to the fact that challenges don't break us, they make us. They mold us into the leaders we are destined to be. At this juncture, we must pause and reflect. What trials have shaped you into the person you are today? How have your struggles prepared you for your destiny? No journey is without its hurdles, and no leader is without their trials. Each challenge you face is a stepping stone towards your destiny, an opportunity to grow and transform. Our wolf had learned this truth. He had embraced his trials, used them as stepping stones, and had transformed from a lone wolf into a leader. His journey had taken him through the wilderness, through the darkest nights and the harshest winters, but he had emerged stronger, resilient, a beacon for others to follow. He had learned to lead, not by dominating, but by guiding. He had learned to lead not just for his sake, but for the sake of his pack. He had learned to lead with strength, but also with kindness, with courage, but also with compassion. The wolf, once a follower, was now leading the pack, guiding them through the wilderness. His transformation was complete. His journey, however, was just beginning. Our wolf, like Moses, had led his people through the wilderness and into prosperity. His story is one of transformation and leadership, a tale etched in the annals of his pack's history, and a legacy that will echo through the generations. Like a great leader, our wolf didn't simply survive. He thrived, bringing his pack along with him. His leadership was not born out of a hunger for power, but from a place of service and sacrifice. He understood that true leadership meant putting the needs of his pack before his own. And this was a lesson he carried with him throughout his life. He led with wisdom, courage, and compassion, qualities that defined him and set him apart. His influence was felt not just in the strength of his pack, but in the way he changed the very definition of what it meant to be a wolf. He was no longer a lone wolf, but a beacon of strength and unity, a symbol of what could be achieved when one chooses to lead rather than follow. Now let's pause for a moment and reflect. What kind of leader do you aspire to be? Do you seek to lead from the front, instilling courage and confidence in those who follow you? Do you wish to lead with compassion, ensuring the well-being of your team, your pack? Or perhaps you strive to lead with wisdom, making decisions that will benefit not just you, but those around you? And how do you want to be remembered? As a lone wolf, surviving but not thriving, or as a leader, leaving a legacy of strength, unity, and prosperity? The choices we make, the actions we take, they define us. They shape our story and ultimately, our legacy. As we walk this journey of life, it's worth remembering the story of our wolf, a symbol of leadership and transformation. The wolf's journey was not easy, but he had become more than a lone wolf. He had become a leader. His legacy serves as a reminder that no matter the trials we face, we too have the potential to lead, to transform, and to leave a lasting legacy. Each of us, like our wolf, is on a journey towards leadership. This is not a path that we choose. It is a path that chooses us. It is a calling, a vocation, a divine summons etched in the very fabric of our being. Picture our wolf, once a lone wanderer, now a beacon of strength and unity. His trials shaped him, his transformation marked him, and his legacy inspires us. His journey mirrors our own as we navigate the labyrinth of life, striving to grow, to learn, to lead. When we think of this wolf, we see an embodiment of leadership. He was not born a leader, no, he became one. Through trials and tribulations, through perseverance and resilience, he learned to lead not by standing above others, but by walking among them. He led not by force, but by example. He led not as a king, but as a shepherd. And so we too are called to lead, but not as lone wolves, isolated and detached. God calls us to lead as shepherds, guiding our flock with wisdom and compassion. As disciples, we are called to embody the spirit of servitude, to lead by serving others, to guide by loving others. Much like our wolf, we may face uncertainty, adversity, and hardship on our journey towards leadership. But these trials are not meant to break us. They are meant to shape us, to refine us, to prepare us for the mantle of leadership. They are the crucible in which leaders are forged. You see, leadership is not about power. It's about responsibility. It's about understanding that we are stronger together than we are alone. It's about realizing that every voice matters, that every life counts. Your journey is unique, your trials are your own. But remember, every leader was once a follower, every shepherd once a sheep, every wolf once a pup.